We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. On the draw, it's Pollard. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Into the end zone, touchdown, Cleveland. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2. and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and 8. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From way up at the 23.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good help, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers.
From way up at the 23. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott is going to go for a big play downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Prescott on 4th down. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now a give here to Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Gay's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Again, Watson to keep it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big fella. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. The drive will start with an option going left. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. From the 24, Watson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Ford.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the back.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately...
And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out here with the option left. They will start this drive with Ford. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 2nd and 12, Watson drops it off for Chubb.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to work. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Throwing now, Watson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
York now for the extra point.
Just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Third and long for Prescott. Ball delivered complete on a crossing route Gallup. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
54. 59.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here? Oh, Prescott stripped. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Browns, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town.